Page 69, Etude. On the previous page, they're introducing you to an eighth note triplets. It just gets better and better, don't it? Well, I've said a few times, you have to be able to go back and forth between triple and duple counting. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or any combination. Back, once you get the idea of that, it's not so bad. Here we've got triplets, so rather than 1 and 2 and, it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So look here on the Etude. Both hands together. The chord is D chord at the first measure, and you play it one note at a time. It's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Next measure is the augmented chord, because we just go, remember augmented chords? 1 and 2. So first work out the chords. Make sure you got those. Measure 6, it's another augmented chord. Remember, half step, doesn't matter if it's white or black, it's a half step. And then here, and then here, oh, that's fun. And measure 10, another augmented chord. Here, get these chords worked out. Last line. So work out the chords and the fingerings, and then go in and see if you can. I'm just kind of doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and. I'm not worried about the rhythm. I'm still working on the notes and the fingering. Legato. And I'm kind of playing each one separate. I'm just working out the notes and the fingerings. Then I can go back and add the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. By here, time I get to this point, I've played through it so many times, I sort of got it. It's just easier for me if I can concentrate on one thing at a time. So I'll play through it thinking of one thing, and then I'll play through it again thinking of something else, and then again thinking of something else. And in the process of playing all those times, I actually get to learn the thing. That's the way I do it. You're sight reading it or something, you got to do all that right off the bat. You do 1 and 2 and, and good luck with that. Play it all legato. Connect everything. They switch at the end. It's the same chord, but we have an inversion in the right hand. And once you can get that, you can think about, I don't know about this slurring here. This is one of those times I think I would ignore the slurring. I mean, it's handy to group the notes in some way, I suppose, but I think I would just play it all legato here pretty much throughout the whole thing. The pedaling is going to make a legato anyway, so I don't think I'd worry about lifting up between the, I wouldn't put any silence between the slurs, that's what I'm saying. Now dynamics, we're not really that interested in dynamics here. This is more of a rhythm thing and broken chord thing, an augmented chord thing. But starting out moderately loud, that's everything. There's no melody. In the third line, you see a crescendo, you're going to go up to loud. I don't know about going from moderately loud to loud and taking 4 measures to do it, because there's not a lot of room between moderately loud and loud. And 4 measures is a long time. If you crescendo there at the beginning of the third line, you'll be loud by the next measure. You'll just do it. And then you got nowhere to go. So in my opinion, you either move that crescendo over a couple measures, so you're only taking 2 measures to get louder. You don't want to be loud to the last line. Or come down and don't start it moderately loud. Come down maybe and start it soft. Just all of a sudden come down soft. Then third measure over, maybe you're moderately soft. Now moderately loud. Now you're loud. You have to experiment with these dynamics to work them out. And sometimes they're indications. I think this crescendo is kind of in the wrong spot. And I would play the first two lines all moderately loud anyway. I mean, you got to feel this. So get to know it well enough that you're not thinking so much about the notes and all that junk. And you start feeling, listen to the chord progressions. There's no melody, it's just chord progressions. It's like each line is almost a phrase. So I'm going here, and then the next line, next line, and then finally I'm here. So if that's the case, you could put in a slight crescendo, very slight, on each line and come. Come back down. It's a new phrase. Yeah, I can go all the way down to soft. Crescendo. And come back down. A new phrase. Go down to soft. Now you're loud. That's my opinion of it. In other words, instead of starting moderately soft or loud, start soft or moderately soft and gradually crescendo with each of those first three lines through the phrase. It's my opinion of it. You have to experiment with it. See what you can think. Now, allegretto to me is a fun speed. It's faster than moderate, but not as fast as allegro. So it's in between, and you'll have to decide. See the overall flow of the piece. What do you think? The important thing here isn't the speed. The important thing is the evenness and the control of all these eighth notes. They have to be even. Put a little natural accent on each beat. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. So it's clearly triplets and not 1, 2, 3. So some people would do that. So we want to feel that triplet, and the natural accents let us do that. Pedal-wise, I don't know why they want pedal on this, because it's fine. I mean, it sounds great without it. It's just you can hear all the notes clearly, and when you learn it, you need to learn it without pedal so you can clearly hear everything. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a throughout the whole thing. And it's not hard. I mean, you're moving around a little bit, but not that much. But they want to add pedal. All right, fine. You're going to pedal it with each chord change, which means each measure pretty much. And it's all legato pedal. Okay, fine. Well, at the end, lift the pedal up with the hand there. I'm not actually going to show you, demonstrate the pedal. I've demonstrated this legato pedal, lag pedaling. I'll do it in the play with me. You can see it there. In fact, let's do that now. I'll give us 2 counts because it's 2/4 time. I'm going to ready and go and 1 and 2 and now let's play it together slowly. Ready and go and